got a message that I think is real important, and I hope you'll listen and consider. You have a kid. If you don't have a kid, think of the person that you love most in the world. A wife, maybe, or a brother or sister, mother, father, whoever it is that you love most in the world. Okay? And now imagine that some cop, okay, some cop just walks up and says, hey, insert racial slur, and just shoots him. Shoots that person that you love most in the world. Imagine the pain and the anger, the sadness, grieving. Imagine how much you would cry out, and rightly so, for the justice and the punishment of that cop. Imagine how messed up that would have to be for some cop to take someone that you love more than anybody out of this world unjustly, just because some racist hate or whatever. Just imagine. Messed up. That's real bad. Now I want you to imagine that I'm a politician, and I want you to hate somebody. And so I run up there and I grab that person's lifeless body and I lift him up and I stick it in your face and go, look what they did to you. Look what they did to your loved one. Look what they did. And I just rub it in your face all the time. Always rubbing it in your face. Every time you turn on the TV, look what they did to you. Look what they did. It's like rubbing salt into an open wound. It's taking you at your most vulnerable, when you're in the most pain, and using you like garbage. Using that person that you love like garbage. Imagine that. Just to serve some political agenda or some, that they would parade your child through the streets and keep them ever in your face, just like in a movie when you see somebody take a bullet and a person digs their finger in that bullet hole, just digs their finger in it. They're doing that to the person that you love most in this world, just to create an emotional response, just to use the person you love most in this world to serve a political agenda. They don't care about that person. That person walked around and government never did a thing to help them. Walked around, liberal never gave them $1. Never even came down out of their ivory palace to shake their hand. But all of a sudden, I got an opportunity. It's sick. It's sick that there are racist people out there that would just kill somebody based on the color of their skin. It's just as sick that there are people that maybe not even racist, but just have such a hunger for power and such a lack of care for others that they would just do whatever it takes to get respect or whatever, even if they don't deserve it, and they'll just, whatever it takes, stand in your neck for 9 minutes, whatever it takes, you will respect my authority. It's a sick individual. But I assert to you that the individual that would take the body of that child or that loved one and dangle him in front of your face just to serve a political agenda, full well knowing they don't give a dang about that person. They don't give a dang about your loved one. They just want to use them. Use that person you love most in the world. I assert to you that that person is even more sick and more disgusting than the racist person that took the loved one out of this world. And that's what we're dealing with. That's who we're fighting. That's why I spoke out against this movement. Because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all. I think the statistics is in 2019 that six unarmed black men were killed by the police. 6. In the whole of America. 35 million black Americans. 6 unarmed black men killed by the police. 6. Chicago in Father's Day, I think it was 9 over Father's Day weekend. 9 black people died. 9, including a 3-year-old little boy. 9. I don't think that's a bigger issue. I mean, I understand, yeah, police brutality is an issue. It's a human rights issue because I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's a human rights issue. But the politician that will grab that loved one and just blast it everywhere, just dig their finger in your wound when you're hurting the most, just to use that to serve a political agenda, when in actuality, ain't never done a thing for you. Heck, put you in prison 9 times. They don't care about you. But they just can use your death. Oh, I got his chance to use their death to serve my political agenda. Just imagine me grabbing your loved one's lifeless body and just dangling them like a puppet in front of you. Look what they did to you. Look what they did to you. Just rubbing salt in that open wound. Just using them like a puppet. Using you like a puppet. That's the kind of evil we're fighting out there today. That's the kind of evil behind the scenes that we're fighting. And I just ask that you guys, the whole world, open your eyes. Red, yellow, black, brown, white, who cares? Open your eyes. They're just using who they can use to serve a political end. That's it. That's why they don't care about all the other black deaths that are happening in the world. They focus in on 0.001, the one in every 10,000. 9,999 other black people die before one unarmed black person is unjustifiably murdered by a cop. 9,999 black people die that Black Lives Matter don't give a dang about. Don't say a thing about them. It's just a small percentage that they can politicize. Don't think that's evil? I get it. The name is Black Lives Matter. Nobody has a problem with that. Black Lives Matter. Everybody knows Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. Like, that's just... The name doesn't reflect the belief system. And that's the point that we're all trying to point out. The name does not reflect the belief system. The belief system is that a black life only matters when they can use it, when they can dangle it in front of your face like a puppet to serve their own political ends, rub salt in your wound, torture you when you're most vulnerable, hurt you when you're already hurting. When your heart's split in half, beat on it with a hammer. When you're at your worst, using you like a puppet. That's the kind of evil we're fighting out there today. And that's what I hope people will open their eyes to. I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. I say things, maybe insensitive. I'm not thinking about how everybody else is going to view the things that I say. I was raised to be colorblind, to judge people on the content of their character. Why would I think that if I say something based on the content of character, I say burning buildings and looting and killing people, why would I think that somebody would attach a color to that? Like, I don't even understand who would attach a color to that. Like, why? Why would you attach a color to that? I just mentioned three things that show an extreme lack of character, an extreme lack of care for other people, burning down their jobs they spent their whole life building, other American people that poured blood, sweat, and tears their whole life to get somewhere, just to have somebody burn it down to serve a political agenda. I mentioned actions, failed character, and somebody attached a skin color to it and accused me of being racist. Why did you attach a skin color to it? There wasn't no skin color attached to it. The only skin color that was mentioned was whites, to show that the playing field is open, that it's not any, particular race. It's everybody out there exploiting this and using this. And every time that judgment is mentioned based on a color of skin, it's always mentioned negative. Like, it's not okay. So why, if you say burning buildings and killing people and looting and robbing people, who would attach a race to that? That's literally judging people by the content of their character and supposed to be colorblind, and somebody attaches a race to it and then calls me racist? I'm sorry people are using people at their worst. I really am. I wish it didn't happen, because they're using emotions to control people. And the whole picture they're selling is a lie. And the reason you know it's a lie is because they have to get you emotional to get you behind it. Because if you're being rational, you wouldn't get behind it. So they dangle the dead body of the man in your face to keep you angry, to keep the world angry, to keep us hating each other. Well, I don't hate you. I ask you not to hate me, but that's your choice. If you choose to hate me, I'm not going to try to punish you. What do I care if you hate me? If you hate me, you hate me. I've been hated my whole life. I'm going to be hated my whole life. Jesus said, they hated me, they will hate you. If Jesus, who came down to earth, God came down to earth as a man, Jesus, solely to save every soul, solely because he loved us, was hated? Who am I to think I won't be hated? Of course I'm going to be hated. Why does it offend people when somebody hates them? Who cares? If you hate me, it's your opinion I should care about the least. It's terrible. Either way, God bless you guys. I hope that everyone sees what's going on and they stop playing the game. Because we can move forward. We can realize the dream of so many people that came before us that wanted a colorblind society where we no longer make decisions based on color or view things based on color, and everybody gets in based on hard work and merit alone. Because everybody can do it. Everybody's got a brain and a heart and limbs, that they can use to work and earn a living. And I understand that there are some people that lost their limbs. That may not be the best example, but you get the point. With the exception of physically handicapped people or, mentally disabled people, everybody has the capacity and the ability to achieve if they try. You don't even have to try hard. Like, if you want to be a professional basketball player or something, yeah, you got to try real hard. But to work at a plant, you just got to want to and keep trying. Eventually, you'll get a break. Heck, I had 4 years military, 4 years college, what else? Credentials. 4 years military, 4 years college, and some experience in the field. It took me 4 years to get on, or 2 years, one of those two. I don't remember how. Yes, my application was good for either 2 or 4 years, and whatever it was, I came to where it was no longer good. When I finally passed the interview, I was going to have to test again when somebody finally hired me. You just got to keep trying. Nobody's going to, there might be 1 or 2 people that turn you down based on your race. I'm sure I got turned down several times based on my race because there was a similarly qualified person of a minority that had to get that job because of affirmative action. I just kept trying. That's all you got to do. You just got to keep trying. We're all in the same field. You're not less able because you're black than I am because I'm white. That's just crazy. That's racist. That's super racist. Either way, I don't want to make this over 20 minutes, so I'll go ahead and stop there. Lord bless, and don't let people use you, especially the people you love, especially when you're hurting. God bless.